So our Diaspora check-in today features a true trailblazer. I'm told Jamaican-born Mrs. Angelita Graham has made history as the first woman of color to lead the Canadian Institute of Actuaries, overseeing more than 6,800 members. She grew up off Waltham Park Road and has risen to a position of international leadership. Good morning. How are you? Welcome to Smile.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
It's
my pleasure.
Well, it is my absolute pleasure to have you with us. Who is an actuary, please?
Well, actuaries normally hate that question, but actuaries are really people who help organizations with their risk management, whether it's pension plans, whether it's insurance companies setting premiums, or whether it's life insurance or general insurance or investment. But it's all about risk management, really.
Did you say you didn't like the question? Is that what you said?
I said most actuaries don't like that question. It's always when you go to a party and people ask that question, they're like, "Oh my God!"
No, but why?
They're like, "Are you an accountant?
Yeah, well, why?
Are you an actor?"
Why would you not like the question?
I love the question because it helps me to put the actuaries out there to let people know that this is a profession whereby you can use your mathematical skills or your analytical skills to really help organization with the various decisions that they have to make.
So obviously you're a math genius, but some of us, if we just see that word, we run go hide. From we see that word, we say, no man. So where did the love of math? Was there a love of math originally?
Yes, you know what? Yes, there was a love of math. I can't tell you exactly when, but I remember in primary school being outside of, I think I was in grade 3 at the time, and outside the classroom of a grade 5, one of my friends, and they were doing the math. I'm like, that's easy. Why can't they answer that question? So that is my first memory of my love of maths.
All right. Give me the second memory of Jamaica. As a young person in Jamaica, when you left, what were you doing and why you leave us and where you go?
I left Jamaica, so I spent most of my adults here in Jamaica. I mean, growing up, primary school, first degree in Jamaica. I did a postgrad in the UK. So that's the first time I went out of Jamaica. I think I moved to Canada because one of my very close friends who also studied at university with me migrated to Canada, and she told me all the things she was doing here in the actuarial field. And I was like, yeah, I want to do that too. I want to try that. I was working with Mrs. Cook at the time, learning a lot. But I thought I wanted to go out and branch out and do some of the stuff she was talking about.
Yeah, you already tell me what it is. Tell me exactly. Give me an example of something that you do exactly. Give me an example of what something that an actuary would do.
Yeah, so I am a pension actuary by background. So for me, I help organizations calculate the liability associated with the promise of providing a pension to individuals when they retire. So we'll calculate what's that liability? How much would the organization need to start putting aside in order for them to meet that promise? So that's what I would do in a day-to-day, my day-to-day. At least I don't do a lot of that anymore, but that's what I used to do.
Mistake is made to make, and that's why work for check.
Work for check.
Is a foreigner when you don't talk so? What that? That's your mantra.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I remember that. So Mrs. Cook, I mean, love her to death. I mean, I learned so much from her. But one of the things that I remember very clearly what was that statement. And it was really about peer review because someone had complained that, the reason why the work that they gave her wasn't correct is because the person who did it didn't check their work. And her statement was exactly that his responsibility was to peer review what he got before he brought it to her. So that stuck with me, and that's how I live my working life. It's all about making sure to peer review.
First woman of color to lead the Canadian Institute of Actuaries. I congratulate you again. How does that make you feel?
You know what? It feels good. I mean, to be honest with you, at first I didn't take it in, but over the period of time, I've started to appreciate the impact that made, especially when young people of color have come up to me and really have told me how much it means to them to see someone like me on stage being inaugurated as the president of the Canadian Institute of Actuaries. They feel so inspired. So it really makes me feel good that I can have that impact and let others see that it's possible for them to also be on stage and making an impact.
You govern 6,800 actuaries in Canada. How many people of color would be involved in that?
A small percentage, but it's improving. It's improving. I will say maybe less than 10%. But I don't have the exact number. But I can tell you this, though, it has improved a lot since when I first started out in the field here in Canada. So we are making significant progress.
And how long is your tenure, and what are you tasked to do?
So my tenure is really, it's really a 3-year term, but 1 year as president-elect, 1 year as president, and 1 year as immediate past president. So in this role, really is overseeing the governance of the organization, helping the organization move forward with our various vision that we have. So for us recently, we just went through our 3-year strategic plan and thought about what we want to do for the next 3 years. And so my focus will be around, our education system, pushing that forward, and also about the impact that we can make as an actuary. So our public voice, getting our public voice out there more. And then the last thing I would say is around technology, embracing technology to make sure we continue to be relevant as the environment changes so rapidly.
Yeah. Final question. You said you did your first degree here. How much would what you did in Jamaica prepared you for what you're doing now?
Well, my first degree was in maths. As I said, I love maths. So, I mean, that analytical skill and mathematical background, I think it carries me through wherever I go. So I would say from that perspective is the analytical part of that.
Okay. Before you go, anyone you want to say hi to in Jamaica?
Hi to everyone who is watching. Mrs. Cook, hello. If you're watching, I want to say hi to you. All my family members who still live in Jamaica, hello. And all those here who are watching, hello.
All right, and thank you so much. Congratulations on what you have achieved thus far. And I kind of feel next time we talk, you might very well be the Prime Minister of Canada. But thank you and congrats again. God bless you and your family.
Let's see.
All right.
Thank you. Have a wonderful
Thank you. President of Canadian Institute of Actuaries, Mrs. Angelita Graham. That's it for Diaspora Check-In. All right, folks, when we come back, World Press Freedom Day. We look at what it means and why it matters. Stay with us, please. Soon come.